Yo, what's going on, everyone? We are back at it with another player prop video. We're going to go ahead and give y'all a 4-man 10x play for Friday's college football games. But man, we got to talk about the Thursday night football game that we had going on today. It was probably the best Thursday night football game in a very, very long time. Tampa Bay Buccaneers put up 30 while the Atlanta Falcons put up 36 with Kirk Cousins leading the way. And it is insane how the Buccaneers just let the Falcons come back to and win this game. It is crazy. They are so inconsistent is the word, right? They're very inconsistent. Baker had like 150 passing yards going into the second half, and then he only got a total of 30 yards in the second half. What the heck is that, man? 30 yards in the second half of passing. Unbelievable. Which takes us to our play. And by the way, that was such a fun game to watch. It was an emotional roller coaster in terms of my plays. I felt hyped about them, then I felt like they weren't going to catch, and then I felt hyped, and then of course I felt bad again, and unfortunately they did not end up catching. But let's go on over, man. Let's recap the night. I want to show you how close we were to having such a huge night, and this huge night is gonna come pretty soon, probably tomorrow, because I have cooked up so many badass 10x plays for y'all. Look at this 35x play that we could have cashed if Baker Mayfield was not a inconsistent. I feel bad, right? Because he's been doing great all year. But damn, he just pissed me off today. Oh, Baker. So Baker cannot get over that 236.5 passing yards. He got stuck at 180 passing yards when like I said, he had 150 passing yards in the first half and couldn't go beyond that, right? Kirk Cousins, phenomenal. Dude ended up with 500 passing yards for the first time in his career. Chris Godwin ended up with 65 receiving yards. And we needed him to get 67. Insane. Darnell Mooney about 80. Kate Auden about 40. Tyler Algier ended up getting about 8, maybe 10 receiving yards. And that, if Baker Mayfield and Chris Godwin would have connected for a few more big plays, this would have cashed for a 35x for y'all. I went ahead and sent this out on my VIP. So if y'all want plays like this, go ahead, go to my winnable, get the VIP, man. It's only $5 for the college football Saturday pass. That includes my plays for tomorrow, Friday, my plays for Saturday, right? All my college football and Saturday plays for $5, but there's only a few slots available. You can see here 7 out of 20 slots have already been taken, so there is only a few slots available. Type in code BAKER for 95% off your discount code. Type in code BAKER for 95% off your discount code, and you will go ahead and get $95 off and only be paying $5 for this pass, right? $100 offer or value that you're getting for $5. So go ahead, get on that, man. A bag of hot Cheetos costs almost $5. Probably the big bag costs probably $6 now. It's insane with inflation nowadays. So go ahead, get on that. Only a few more slots left, man. And we're gonna go ahead and crush it this weekend. We're gonna go ahead and give you more play. I'm gonna win a 35x play this weekend. I can feel it, man. So be on track with that, because we're like I said, we're gonna crush it. And look at another way that Baker messed up for us. This is a free play that I sent out on YouTube. Obviously these two went under, and we combined that with Josh Hoover and Jack Beck. And then this one, man, Jordan McLeod out of Texas State. Dude started off the game with a 70-yard bomb to Jaden Williams. And then after that, they were just kind of coasting the entire game, that's what I was kind of worried about. I was hoping Troy could keep it a little closer, but man, Jordan McLeod ended up getting about 250, maybe 260 passing yards. We were one big pass away from Jordan McLeod cashing this 10x play for us. And then look at this. Baker and Chris Godwin again, man, screwed us up. So this is the free play that I sent out. But yeah, let's go ahead, get on the VIP, man, because we're going to have a huge weekend. We lost a few units today, but we're definitely going to go ahead and make them up tomorrow. I already cooked up about 4 10x college football plays for tomorrow. So go ahead and lock them in, man. And the play that I like for today is this one right here. We're going to go ahead and take Kyle McCord and Trevor Penna out of Syracuse. And I say Penna, not Pena, because there's no accent on it. I don't know if I'm saying it incorrectly. Someone correct me in the comment section down below. But if you were to ask me, it's Penna. I don't know. But Kyle McCord, Trevor, over their passing and receiving yard projections, right? Kyle McCord has been getting about 330 passing yards this entire season, which is insane, man. So he's definitely going to surpass this. So here's the crazy part about this. So Syracuse versus UNLV, right? UNLV is currently without their starting quarterback. They got another quarterback on there that is going to start for them tomorrow. But the crazy part is Syracuse is still major. They are still major underdogs, right? For some, Vegas obviously thinks that UNLV still has what it takes without their QB1 to go ahead and beat Kyle McCord and Syracuse, even though Kyle McCord and Syracuse have been on a hot streak lately. So, I mean, they beat Georgia Tech a few weeks ago, and I could see them beating UNLV in a close game. So we're going to go ahead and take Kyle McCord over 311.5 passing yards with Trevor over 63.5 receiving yards, right? Now, UNLV has a really good defense. They're really stout in defending big plays and the passing game, but man, it's Kyle McCord, so I'm definitely gonna go ahead and trust him in the game where he's supposed to be down and trailing. Let's look for him to go ahead and cash that passing receiving yard for us, and then we're gonna go ahead and combine that with our TCU boys, Josh Hoover and Jack Beck, fighting. Look, I'm already ready for the UFC tomorrow, but. They're gonna be playing here in DFW. If y'all don't know, I'm here in Dallas, right? So they're gonna be playing here in DFW out in Fort Worth, and they're going up against Houston. They dominate Houston pretty much almost in every matchup. TCU is favored by minus 16.5. But I mean, so the only worry that I see here is, so going back to UNLV, Houston has a pretty good, a better defense than UNLV, right? So Houston's defense is extraordinary in terms of defending receivers and defending against the pass. But man, when you're talking about Josh Hoover and Jack Beck, we're still definitely going to go ahead and throw the over on there. My only concern is, I mean, I'm not too concerned about the Houston defense. My biggest concern for this team not potentially cashing for us is that if TCU gets up by like 30 points early on, and they're just running the clock out, maybe Josh Hoover sits, right? But the cool thing about this is, even though if TCU is up by a lot, they just don't like running the ball. They just do not like running the ball. So that's why I still like Josh Hoover and Jack Beck to get over their projections. And then also, the over for this game is set like at over 50.5, right? So a game that is set over 50.5, they're expecting a lot of scoring. Probably 40 are coming from TCU, because Houston doesn't score more than 10 points in a single freaking game. But nonetheless, I still think Josh Hoover and Jack Beck are going to freaking go out there and put on a show out here in Fort Worth. So let's go ahead and let's lock this in, man. My face just froze. I'm going to hide this thing right here. It's all embarrassing and shit. So we're going to go and hide that. Y'all could enjoy the bottom part of my face. That sounded weird. But before I end the video, I wanted to show y'all the difference between Dabble and Prizepicks. So by the way, if y'all don't have Dabble, make sure you go ahead and get on Dabble, download it using my link in the description down below. You can see it's one of the few apps that are still aligned the quarterback and wide receiver correlation combination and still paying a 10x payout, right? This is why I maneuver completely out of Prizepicks, and now I'm just using Dabble until they boot me out as well, right? So we're just going to milk every single app that we potentially can until they kick us out or change their payouts, right? But we're going to go and take advantage of the fact that Dabble still allows this quarterback wide receiver combination and is paying us 10x for it, right? But let's go ahead, let's compare, right? So if we go to college football, right, the college football tab, and we go to the passing yards, and we go over to Josh Hoover and then Jack Beck, right? So where's Mr. Jack Beck? So Jack Beck right there, right? And then Kyle McCord. So Kyle McCord over 310.5 passing yards, and then receiving yards for Penna, right? So over 65.5. So you can see here, this is only gonna be 8.5x payout, while Dabble is paying us a 10x payout. And not only that, the projections are changing, right? So Josh Hoover's at 317.5 on Dabble, while on Prizepicks he's at 321.5. Jack Beck is at 91.5 on Prizepicks, and on Dabble he's at 85.5 receiving yards, right? So obviously we have better projections on Dabble. And then going to Common Core is at 311.5 on Dabble, and then 310.5 on Prizepicks. So it is a little bit better, but look at the difference, man. We're literally getting like 5 or 6 yards off, pretty much discounted by using Dabble, which is insane compared to Prizepicks. And then Pena's at 65.5, and then at Dabble he's at 63.5, right? So literally all the projections are lower on Dabble except for Common Core by like 1 yard. So that just goes to show, man, although Prizepicks was cool, right, back in the day, a year ago, a few months ago, we got to move on, and we got to go ahead and use apps that are going to help us win a shit ton of money. All right, everyone, go ahead and get on that. Get the $5 day pass, and let's fucking crush it this weekend. All right, everyone, take care. Have a great day, and I'll see y'all in the VIP.